Let's get real for a moment. You've got $100 in your account, and in your mind, that's supposed to be the spark. You picture flipping it fast. A week from now, maybe it's 1,000. A month from now, maybe you're quitting your job. You've seen the screenshots online. You've heard the stories. Some guy took a tiny account and made 6 figures, and now you're thinking, if they can do it, why not me? That mindset right there is why most traders fail. It's not the lack of money. It's not that the markets are rigged. It's that people come in with the wrong expectations. They treat trading like a lottery ticket, and they expect their $100 to magically multiply without understanding what really drives growth. Patience, discipline, and the ability to survive long enough for compounding to work. I want you to see that $100 differently. It's not play money. It's not disposable. It's a seed. And if you learn how to plant it, protect it, and grow it, it has the power to become something massive. That's not hype. That's math. But the difference between those who make it and those who blow up is simple. Mindset. Now here's the thing about seeds. You don't throw them in the dirt and dig them up every 10 minutes to see if they've sprouted. You don't crush them because you're impatient. You plant them, water them, protect them, and let time do its job. That's how you need to treat your trading account. Most people don't respect small accounts. They think, it's only $100. Who cares if I lose it? Wrong. If you're reckless with $100, you'll be reckless with $10,000. The habits you build with small money are the exact habits that will decide your fate with big money. Your $100 account isn't about getting rich. It's about training yourself to think and act like a professional. Here's the truth. You don't need big wins. You need small, consistent wins that stack over time. That's compounding. Boring? Maybe. Effective? Absolutely. Let's do the math. If you grow your account by just 5% per week, that $100 turns into $10,000 in less than 5 years. And if you keep going, it scales into hundreds of thousands, even a million. Most people scoff at 5%. They say, that's only $5 on 100. What's the point? The point is process. Compounding is like gravity. It doesn't care if you believe in it. It just works if you let it. But here's the catch. Compounding only works if you survive. And survival in trading comes down to one thing: patience. Think about a lion hunting. It doesn't chase every antelope that runs by. It waits, hours pass, the sun burns down. Still it waits, because it knows the right moment will come. And when it does, the strike is quick and decisive. That's how professionals trade. They don't jump at every candle that moves. They wait for the right setup, the one with the odds stacked in their favor. Most traders don't have patience. They see the market move and they can't resist. They chase every flicker like every little wiggle of the chart, and before they know it, they're overtrading, bleeding their account dry. Patience is not sitting on your hands because you're lazy. Patience is active discipline. It's knowing when to do nothing, which is one of the hardest skills in trading. Now let's talk about emotions, because this is where most traders get destroyed. The market doesn't care about how you feel. It doesn't care if you need to pay rent, if you had a bad day, or if you're desperate to flip your account. The market is a mirror. It reflects your discipline, or your lack of it. Beginners tie their self-worth to every trade. One win and they feel like a genius. One loss and they feel worthless. That emotional roller coaster is deadly. Professionals see each trade as just one event in a long series, like a coin flip. If the odds are in their favor, they take the trade. If it loses, no problem. They move on to the next. Their identity isn't tied to the outcome of one flip. Detach your ego. That's the hardest lesson, but the most freeing. A loss doesn't mean you're a failure. A win doesn't mean you're invincible. They're just data points in a long game. Learn to see them that way, and trading becomes calm, almost boring. And boring is exactly what makes it profitable. Now, none of this matters if you ignore risk management. That's your shield. That's your armor. Picture a soldier going into battle without armor. One hit and it's over. That's what trading without risk management looks like. Here's the golden rule. Never risk more than 1 to 2% of your account on a single trade. On a $100 account, that means risking $1 to $2. Sounds tiny, right? But this isn't about making money on one trade, it's about surviving 100 trades, 1,000 trades, long enough for compounding to kick in. And always use a stop loss. Not a mental stop, a hard stop. Because your ego will whisper, hold on, it'll turn around. That voice has wiped out more accounts than any market crash ever has. Respect the stop. Also remember this, position sizing matters more than prediction. You can be wrong half the time and still be profitable if your winners are bigger than your losers. That's not theory, that's math. That's risk reward. Now let's talk about something almost nobody does. Journaling. Most traders fly blind. They take trades, win or lose, and move on without reflection. That's a mistake. If you're not reviewing, you're not improving. Start a trading journal. Every trade you take, write it down. The setup, the reasoning, the emotions you felt, and the outcome. At the end of the week, review. Did you follow your rules? Did you break them? What patterns keep showing up? A journal becomes your mirror. It reveals the truth when your emotions try to hide it. I've seen traders transform simply by journaling. They realized they weren't losing because their system was broken. They were losing because they weren't following it. The journal gave them accountability, and accountability turned everything around. Now let me give you a perspective shift. Trading is not just what you do at the charts, it's who you are outside the charts too. Your habits, your discipline, your focus, they all bleed into your trading. If you're sloppy with your sleep, your diet, your focus, don't expect to suddenly become disciplined when you're staring at a live chart with money on the line. The best traders treat themselves like athletes. They sleep well, eat clean, exercise, and build routines that support clear thinking. Because trading is decision-making under stress, and if your mind and body are scattered, your decisions will be too. So start treating your lifestyle as part of your trading strategy. Discipline outside creates discipline inside. Now let's address adaptation. Because here's the hard truth. Markets change. Strategies that work today might fail tomorrow. Volatility shifts. Trends come and go. The traders who survive long-term aren't the ones who cling stubbornly to one way of doing things. They're the ones who adapt. Think about water. Put it in a cup, it becomes the cup. Pour it in a river, it flows with the current. That's how you need to approach trading. Not rigid, not stubborn, but flexible. Your principles never change. Protect your capital, manage risk, follow discipline. But your tactics must adapt to the conditions in front of you. Consistency doesn't mean doing the same thing forever. It means consistently applying the right principles, even as your strategies evolve. So how do you actually scale $100 into $1 million? It's not magic, it's math. Step 1. Start small. Respect the tiny account. Risk only 1 to 2% per trade. Focus on consistency, not dollar amounts. Step 2. Compound slowly. Aim for steady growth 3 to 5% per week or even per month. Doesn't matter if it feels small. Small stacks become mountains. Step 3. Increase capital gradually. As your account grows, your position sizes grow proportionally. You don't jump from risking $2 to risking 200 overnight. You scale. Step 4. Focus on process, not outcome. Your job isn't to hit $1 million tomorrow. Your job is to execute your plan today. Do that enough times, and the math will take care of the rest. And here's the final piece: identity. At some point, you have to decide, are you a gambler or a professional? Gamblers chase excitement. Professionals chase consistency. Gamblers get high on wins and crushed by losses. Professionals stay calm through both. Gamblers ask, how fast can I double this? Professionals ask, how long can I stay in the game? Trading is not something you do, it's someone you become. It's about embodying patience, discipline, and adaptability, not just when you're trading, but in life. Once you build that identity, the results follow naturally. The money is just the scoreboard. So let's bring this home. That $100 in your account is not small. It's not insignificant. It's your training ground, your proving ground. Treat it with respect, and it can grow beyond what you think is possible. Blow it recklessly, and you'll repeat the cycle of failure that 95% of traders never escape. Plant it like a seed, protect it with risk management, water it with patience. Let time compound it. Don't chase, don't gamble, and don't let your ego run the show. Most people won't do this. Most people will burn through account after account, always looking for the shortcut. But if you do it differently, if you master the mindset of patience, discipline, and consistency, then you'll be one of the rare few who make it. Trading is not about speed. It's about survival. It's about growth. It's about freedom. And that freedom is waiting for you on the other side of discipline.